I'm Abdul El-Sayed. I am running for U.S. Senate.
I want to make sure that we are heard at the lawmaking table.
If you've been tuned into election season here in Michigan, there's a pretty good chance you've been hearing a lot about the Democratic primary for our open U.S. Senate seat. Former Congressman Mike Rogers is the only Republican whose name is appearing on the ballot in the Republican primary. But the Democratic race has caught huge national attention. So, why might we be hearing so much about it? For a number of reasons, actually. Right now, the chamber is split 47 to 53 under a Republican majority, and Michigan is one of just a handful of battleground states that are being watched to see which party will control the tightly split Senate. Couple that with the battle for the identity of the Democratic Party, which really seems to be summed up in this race, and you've got all eyes on the Great Lakes state. Congresswoman Haley Stevens is widely seen as the moderate persona in the race. Names like Governor Gretchen Whitmer, former Senator Debbie Stabenow, and Senator Gary Peters, whose seat is at stake here, have endorsed Stevens to replace him. And then you got the other side. Former Wayne County health official Dr. Abdul El-Sayed has emerged as what many have seen as the progressive candidate. He's gotten the backing of names like Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, and New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The past statewide contests that have featured major progressive pushes really have seemed to be a mixed bag here in Michigan. Sanders eked out a win here in 2016 in what was a really big upset at the time in the Democratic presidential primary over Hillary Clinton, but Whitmer won over El-Sayed just 2 years later in the 2018 Democratic primary for governor by double digits. Dynamics may very well have changed a lot since then, so we can reference those, but whether they bear any clues or suggestions as to now is totally subjective. So how the current environment may play into who is the victor here is something we are waiting to see.